Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have some big updates out of the Venezuela, the Caribbean crisis situation. I just did a live stream on Tuesday. I'm filming this on Wednesday, November 26th. Happy Thanksgiving early to everybody out there. We now for sure know the location of the United States ghost ship and where it is, as the war with Venezuela could start at any given moment. Now, I told you guys previously that I had been given some information, tip, if you will, about the location of the ghost ship. I didn't want to share it until it was publicly out there, until it was all over the place being reported, and now that has happened. So we are going to get into the JSOC ghost ship, the MV Ocean Trader, where it is at and what it could mean for military operations against Venezuela, as well as we have planes in the air that aren't going to Venezuela, but are going to a specific location that does tell us something about what might be happening, as well as we got some Hegseth updates. We've got some updates on training that is underway, aircraft that are being used, a lot to break down. So before we get into it, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Huge boost to the channel, cost you nothing at all. Comment below. We want to see a ton of comments. You guys have been crushing it. That's also a huge boost. I'm loving the conversations you guys are having. You guys are truly remarkable, awesome people. Hit that bell, all notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. DMs are wide open. Send me any tips you got. And then we have launched 2 exclusive membership tiers with special benefits on members only stuff. I'm really excited about it. A bunch of you have already joined after Thanksgiving. We're really going to get that stuff rolling. Link is in the bio of the description of the video and in the pinned comment if you want to check that out. I kept it extremely affordable so everyone can be involved. Now, let's get into the updates with the MV Ocean Trader, the ghost ship, JSOC's ghost ship. I'm fired up about it, as you can tell. The ghost ship disappeared a few weeks ago. No one knew where it went. And this is a major piece in the puzzle of a potential war with Venezuela. Why? Because it is a clandestine, covert ship that is used for immediate in and out strikes, tier 1 operations. We're talking Delta Force, SEAL Team 6, the baddest dudes on the planet going in covertly, not letting the enemy know they're there, and then disappearing into the night back onto the ship disguised as a commercial shipping vessel, which makes it very hard to track, very hard to find. And it is a lethal boat. When this boat shows up somewhere, bad dudes are going to get crushed. And most of the time, the public will never even know about it. In fact, the Ocean Trader had only ever been publicly spotted a few times before. So it disappeared a few weeks ago somewhere in the Caribbean. And this is while we are doing simulated bombing runs. The Gerald R. Ford is in the theater. We have all these pieces to the puzzle that are lining up for imminent major action to occur against the Maduro regime. And everyone wanted to know, where's the ghost ship? Where's the ghost ship? Where's the ghost ship? So I'm going to add this to the screen for you. Right there in the middle is where you can see the ghost ship. So that white dot is the ghost ship. It says the U.S. MV, this is from SA Defensa, the U.S. MV Ocean Trader Special Warfare Support Vessel spotted on ESA Sentinel-2 L1C satellite, passed from earlier today. It is 37 miles from the coast of the Dominican Republic. So it is several hundred miles away from Venezuela, which means you're probably not in helicopter flight range. Let me check that. Let's see what a Black Hawk helicopter range is. Make sure I got the. All right, so they're close. They're close to the boundaries of a helicopter launch raid. They could be returning to refuel or resupply. This comes from MT Anderson. You can see it right there. It says MV Ocean Trader back on the grid, spotted on November 25th, November 2025. MV Ocean Trader can be seen sailing alone 25 kilometers southwest of Isla de Mona, near the Dominican Republic. She's fairly close to the edge of satellite image, so she could have an escort to her east. So I'm just going to cards on the table. I had some information about this. I did not want to share it because, look, and I think my information at this point is actually outdated. I think these satellite photos I purposely delayed bringing this to you so that there was at least 24 hours, more than 24 hours, to make sure that the ship's movements are further concealed, because that's important. But it is out there now. So the ghost ship has resurfaced. We know that it's out there now. It is resurfaced for potential strikes on Venezuela. And for those of you who are just learning about the ghost ship for the first time, I showed this on the live stream Tuesday night. I encourage you all to go watch the live stream. Right here, it is the big white one in the background. So you can see it. It looks like a shipping vessel, but it is anything but a shipping vessel. It is a highly, highly secretive naval vessel that for tier 1 operations. So here we go. It's got 45 days endurance for a crew of 50. I'm just going to highlight this area. 45 days endurance, crew of 50 people on it at all times. It can carry 159 operators. And where do we go here? It can recover 8 jet skis, Zodiac boats that are 12.3 meters in length. They can launch multiple boats at the same time, can carry every rotary wing aircraft in the soft inventory. Unseen modifications include dedicated maintenance and repair workshop for aircraft, UAVs, small craft, dive lockers, service facilities for up to 60 operators, 40-person skiff, 20-person communication suite, berthing for at least 209 people, medical emergency suite, external floor monitoring, FLIR, and it can, so those are it's got 6 half-inch machine guns mounted on it. It's not armed to fight other ships. It is armed to defend. I guess if someone tried to board it, I would not try to board a ship with 50 to 60 SEAL Team 6 or Delta Force guys on board. That seems like a great way to get killed. So I'll put the ship back on the screen while we talk about it. So we now know it is still in the region. It is in the Southcom area of responsibility. It is ready to rock and roll at any given time. And keep in mind, the last time we saw it before it disappeared and then reappeared, the day before, secret operators were photographed landing in Puerto Rico where the ship was docked with all of their kit and gear. They then get on the boat disappears. That was weeks ago. And now it is resurfaced. So again, it's moving. The movements are not being tracked that well because it's incredibly hard to find, but now it is out there. And we don't know how many operators are on it. We don't know where it's going. We don't know if they've actually already inserted teams into Venezuela or if they've inserted teams elsewhere in the region. That information would be highly classified, would not be shared with the public. So we are left to some degree just to speculate about what could be going on here. And then while that is happening, we have massive, massive C5M Super Galaxy planes. Let me get a picture of that ready for you so that you guys can see it. Just give me 1 second. So this was on November 26th. Oznit Defender says something big is being transferred to Puerto Rico with a U.S. Air Force C5M Super Galaxy heavy lift aircraft from Joint Base Charleston landing for the second time in the last 2 days at Roosevelt Roads Naval Station in southeastern Puerto Rico. So we are flooding in resources with these planes to Puerto Rico. For those of you who don't know what the plane looks like, it's one of these bad boys. They are huge. They're absolutely massive. So this is look at all the stuff you can get in it. That's probably the best look at it right there. And what could it be bringing? Could be bringing air defense, could be bringing weapons, could be bringing construction supplies because they're building the base out. But it's a huge, 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 huge aircraft. And these things appear to be flying around the clock to Puerto Rico, offloading their cargo, return trips. So whatever is going on in Puerto Rico, which the government has not disclosed to the public, I'm getting emergency breaking news, is absolutely massive. And they're pulling in all of the big guns, if you will, with the massive C5 planes coming in. While that is going on, let me put this on the screen. As of today, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has arrived in the Dominican Republic to meet with senior leaders to discuss continued cooperation in countering narco-terrorists in the Americas. So let's watch this. Speed it up. You can see Hegseth meeting with Dominican leaders. The Dominican Republic could be an area where we launch strikes from potential. So Hegseth is in the Dominican Republic. And remember the bombers from the other day? Well, U.S. Forces Southern just announced this. It says U.S. Air Force B-52 long-range bombers from Team that's where they came from, conducted a bomber attack demo in the Caribbean Sea in support of Operation Southern Spear, bringing hemispheric security and stability November 24th. So 2 days ago, we made a video about that. During the mission, the USAF integrated with fighter jets and trained on rapid mobility. So they are literally saying we are running practice bombing runs. You don't need B-52 bombers to blow up drug boats, right? You need B-52 bombers if you want to just obliterate targets on the ground. That's what you need B-52s for. So that's one B-52. Another look, I don't know if that's the same B-52 or not, but there's a look at it. The fact that the U.S. military is openly saying, yeah, we're practicing bombing runs. We're just practicing blowing stuff up. Obviously not drug boats. You can do that with a drone. You can do that with a Hellfire missile. You don't need B-52 bombers. But now the bombers are openly being told to the public, yes, we are doing practice bombing runs. And on that note, they also confirmed the F-18s. It says an F-18 launches, Super Hornet launches from the flight deck of the world's largest aircraft carrier, Ford-class aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, in the Western Atlantic Ocean. U.S. military forces are deployed to the Caribbean in support of Operation Southern Spear. So you can see the F-18 taking off right there to go smash some targets, or I should say train to smash targets. We want to be clear. We've also got this from the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, Puerto Rico Marines in the CAAT Black BLT-36 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, SOC, conducting night machine gun range at Camp Santiago, Puerto Rico. So you can see them under night vision, rocking it with the machine guns. Wonder what they might be training for. Wonder what the Marines might be training for. Could it possibly have anything to do with Venezuela? Now I'm going to put this up on the screen because they also released another hype video. This shows them they're going to be doing, I think, some free fall. So the Marines have the capability to parachute into an area. And if they were going to parachute into, I don't know, Venezuela, you would want to practice that ahead of time, which is what it appears they are doing. So you can see them right here doing free fall parachute training. I would never have the courage to jump out of a plane like that. No way. These dudes have guts way, way, way bigger than mine. That much, here they come, they're flying down. That much I can guarantee you. And then lastly, right here, we've got more Marines with the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit on the machine guns, getting after it, rocking and rolling. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this now. So we now know we know the general vicinity of the ocean trader. It is resurfaced. It is out there. It is hunting. It is ready to go. It is ready to strike with Delta Force or SEAL Team 6. It's maybe it might be the Navy's most secretive ship. And it's now, after weeks of not knowing where it is, it has resurfaced. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean it's going to strike soon? Does that mean it already has? We don't know. The government is not going to tell us that. We're left to come to those conclusions on our own. On top of that, we have the flights around the clock going into Puerto Rico, dropping off an unknown cargo, air defenses, weapons, construction supplies. We have no idea. Hegseth down in the Dominican Republic. The Marines are doing badass training. The Air Force and the Navy are talking about bombers and fighter jets and simulated bombing runs on Venezuela. So we have all these pieces, all these data points. We're pulling them, putting them together. And it continues to indicate action at some point will be taken. When will that be? I do not know. I'd encourage you guys to all go watch the live stream I did on Tuesday night. I was really happy with it. You guys were awesome. But we continue to slowly turn up the heat as we climb the escalation ladder. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Get active in the comments. Please, please, please comment away. Let's get some good debates, some fun discussions going. Please like and subscribe. Liking and subscribing is a huge, 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 huge boost to the channel. Hit that bell. All notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. David _Hookstead on Instagram, D Hookstead on X. My DMs are wide open. If you need anything or you have a tip, feel free to reach out. I love talking with you all. And then lastly, please check out the links in the description and the pinned comment to check out our exclusive membership tiers. And remember, if you're a member and you comment on any video, you're guaranteed to get a response. So fire away with your questions or thoughts. I'll be sure to answer them all. Anyways, that's all we have. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. I'll see you all next time.